Hello, everybody out there in the world today. Those of you who are here live, thank you very much for showing up. If you're watching this afterwards, glad to have you. I'm Tony G from Six String Corner, and I am back with live lessons. It's been a little while. We were doing a little bit of RVing around the parts of the country, and so I got a few couple of weeks here to come back and show some lessons and show you how to play some songs, how to be rocking and awesome guitar players. I think that's what we're all after, right? So those of you who are coming along and watching this after the broadcast, glad to have you here. You are most welcome. And I hope that this little live lesson will help you out and play a really cool, very cool riff that is one of my favorites to play. There's so many, but I'm just going to cover some of the few of the ones that everybody likes to hear. I don't have time to get into the solos and all those other types of things, so that's going to be kind of difficult. Now, I do have in the description below, I should have a, hopefully you will see it. I have a Six String Corner tab library that you just got to sign up for. You get in there. I got all kinds of tabs, and this song is in there, Carry On Wayward Son, where I've got the guitar parts. Not necessarily the songs in order, but just the parts. So hopefully that'll be something that'll work out for you, that you'll find that you'll really enjoy. So I hope that that'll benefit you a lot. So yeah, like I said, we're back to playing, back to rocking, back to doing stuff that we all enjoy doing, is making music. So my hope to you is that what I can give you here will just brighten your day, maybe have a little more fun playing the song. Now, song is going to be Carry On Wayward Son, and this is an iconic song from Kansas's Leftover album back in 1976. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was 1976. Could be 77, but somewhere in there. I grew up on this song. I wore out this record to no end. All the songs on that album are just incredible. I think it's some of the best stuff out there that they did, definitely, for sure. And at that time, it was definitely played a lot. This was a song that was played quite a bit. So I figured I'd give you Carry On Wayward Son, and let's dive into it and see how well you do. All right. So the tab is down below. Now I am going to attempt. I'm not sure if you're actually going to see this correctly, but we're going to try. I'm going to attempt to share screen here. And now on my end, this looks like it doesn't work, but maybe on your end it does. Hopefully you can see this well. I'm not sure if you can. This is the tab that you will get that is in the Six String Corner library. So, and this shows just the guitar parts, as you can see here. And it's got the intro and a couple of intros here. We're going to go over some of that. The verse is pretty easy. I'll probably show that really quick. And then there's the chorus, which is a series of single notes. And then this is the coolest part right here, this little instrumental section that happens before the solo. So we're going to cover all of those. I hope you can see the lines. On my end, it says that the lines don't come clear. So I'm not sure if that's what you're seeing or not seeing. If somebody can please comment or just let me know if you are actually seeing it, that would be just freaking awesome. But anyway, we're going to get right down to it. Let me change the screen here a little bit. All right. So let me know if you can see those lines. And if not, just give me a shout and just tell me, hey, I can't see that very well. I assure you that the PDF that's in there, you're going to see it. You definitely will see all of those lines. Now that I think about it, I got this little thing right here that I must put. My StreamYard, my streamer says I have to have this here. I kind of wish I didn't have it here. It blocks the guitar. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'll come back to this here. You can go grab that PDF if you want. It is down there. And then we'll come back to this and I'll show you the parts. Okay. So in fact, let me do it this way here. All right. So what we're going to do first is play the iconic intro. This is the classic one here that starts out the song. And it's a lot of single notes that we're going to play. There's a little bit of a slide. So if you see this little line right here, that means you're sliding from this note to this note. And then there's a pull off over here. And then, then the rest of the notes. This little thing here, if you're not familiar with music notation, means you repeat it. Again, this gets repeated a lot. So it's going to come back. It's going to come back quite a bit. You'll see that quite a bit. But right now, let's go over to just me. All right. And I'm going to show you how to play this song. Okay. So I think we got that in there. Good. All right. Cool. All right. So now I got to back off and get away from that sign. I got to find a way to get rid of that. So the first one we're going to do, I'm going to actually take the distortion out. It does require a little bit of overdrive. What I'm playing through here is my Marshall Kemper. My Marshall Kemper. I got my Kemper that has a Marshall guitar profile. It's the Silver Jubilee that I'm using here. All right, and just tube screamer. That's it. Tube screamer is on my Fractal Mark II. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to clean it up so that we can go through this thing and so you have a lot cleaner sounds. You can hear what's happening. Whenever you're working on a song, you're learning a song, a lot of times it is best to try and maybe clean up the sound so you can hear better what you're doing. So I'll take that off. There we go. All right. So what we're going to do here is go with that intro. Okay. And that's this right here. All right, so now, you know what I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a close-up. All right, I'm going to switch cameras right there. Okay, cool. This will help. It's better so that way I can get away from that sign right there. Yes, this is a 6-string corner live lesson, but unfortunately that gets in the way of my playing. So I'll have to talk to StreamYard. That's a streaming service I use. All right, so what we're going to do here, this follows basically the, if you're familiar with the A minor pentatonic, it follows that, this part of the pentatonic scale. So what we're going to do here is the ring finger and the pointer finger are going to do all the work, okay? Watch how the fingering is for this and for pretty much everything else that I'm going to show you. Hopefully I'm going to get through the 3 main licks that I want to get through in here for the time that I have. All right. So we're going to go 5 to 3, and I'm going to the numbers I'm calling out are the frets, and then the string numbers I'm just going to call them by the letters E, A, and D. All right, which is what's going to start this one here, and then G will come later. All right. So the numbers I'm saying when I say 5, 3, I mean 5th fret, 3rd fret, and then on the E, which means the low E. Okay, that's how we're going to talk through this thing, right? All right, so now we're going to go on the low E string, 5 and 3, back and forth. Now we're in this position where our thumb is back here. All right, I'm not gripping the neck like this to play this riff. I like to have my thumb down a little bit, wrist bent a bit too. And we're just going to go and then put that pointer finger on 3 on the A string. So that's fret 3. All right, and then we go back and do 5, 3, 5. All right, now I use the little finger here because it's right underneath that ring finger. All right, you don't have to. You can go with the ring finger, but I don't like taking that finger off. So I'm going to use the little finger here on 5 on the A string. All right, now here's that slide that I'm talking. You're going to slide. So you're going to slide from 5 to 7 on the A string, and and then go to 5 on the D string. Okay, put that together. All right. Now, then we're going to come into a pull-off. That's a pull-off from 7 to 5. And then we put our pointer finger back on 3. All right, so. And then ring finger. All right, so that is on 5 on the A string to 3 on the E string, and then back to 5 on the A string, and then the pointer finger goes down to the 2nd fret. Okay. All right, and then it repeats. All right, now see what I did there? I actually did the little finger to help with the stretch rather than doing this. All right, so when I got to that note, I switched my fingers so that I can do it this way rather than this. Okay. Okay, so you just did the slide. You want to hear that slide. Pull off. All right, so that's part of the intro. That's the intro section, and on the tab that you'll get, that's this part right here. Okay, and this repeats. All right, so now the second part of this intro, which is right in here. Okay, I'm going to show you this part, and here's how that goes. All right, so that is this. And let me move over a little bit. There we go. All right, so now this is the other part of the intro. This is coming off of the so really what we're doing there is just hit the E power chord. All right, and this here, we're on the 12th fret, and I use the pointer finger to bar these two strings, the middle strings here, the G and the D strings. All right, so see, you got to get your hand back up here. You got all right, and then you got this little riff. All right, so there's a hammer on and a pull off here. So we're going to the low A, the low E, and then we're going to hammer on on the A string from open to the 2, and then the D string. All right, so and then we do a pull off. I use the little finger right here, and then which is on the 5th fret, and then we're going to end up on that E note right here, which is the 2nd fret on the D string. And then it comes back, and then there's one little different thing here. All right, now what that is the ring finger is doing the same thing the pointer finger did, except it's on the 14th fret on the G and the D string, and then to the pointer finger on the 12th fret on the G and D string, same string. So I'm picking those two. All right, so that's the second time. So the first time you don't do that. The first time is play the riff. That's That's a really interesting pull up if you're not used to it with your little finger. All right. But then, and then the second time, you go back to the E, and then 2. So you get 2 of those now. Bing, bing, and then back to the riff. All right. So that is the classic iconic riff there that starts with the intro. So you can play those 2 intros together. All right. So, and then it goes, and then eventually gets over into the verse. Now, I can show you really quick the verse. It is in the tab. That'll be this section right here. Now, this is a strumming part. It's mostly piano when it first comes in, and then acoustic kind of joins in a little bit on it. It's pretty sparse. There's really not a lot of electric happening in here. In fact, I don't think there's any electric at all, ever. So, but I'll show you it anyway, in case you just want to try and grab that one. I'll clean up my sound just a little bit. So the way that song, so you know, once it rose above the noise and confusion, and really, I think all you can do is just a 1 strum. You can strum it a little bit more. Either way. I've heard it just the 1, and if there's an extra strum, it's pretty far in the background. Either way, here's the chords. So I don't want to spend too much on this. This is just a simple strum here. So it's just going from A minor, right here. Wait, let me move over. Okay, it goes from the A minor to a G to an F, and that's a bar chord, folks. F major bar chord. Sorry, got to play it. Back to the G, back to the A minor again. You repeat this, G, F, G. So that just goes 2 times. Once it rose above the noise and confusion, just together let's be the solution. All right, and then the second half of that is D minor, C, B flat. The B flat holds for 3 beats. So each, it should also say these chords, they hold for 2 beats in the song. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then to the D minor, 1, 2, 3, 4, C. 1, 2, 3, C. So that B flat holds for 3 beats, right? So this is the second half of that verse. D minor, C, B flat for 3 beats, 1 beat on C, and go back to the D minor, C, and then we go to G and just sort of bump, 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 bump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right? So here, let me play that. So, once it rose above the noise and confusion, just together we'll see all this illusion. I can't sing as high as this guy, so sorry. Never higher to. All right. So if you want to play that verse, that's how the verse goes. Then it goes into the chorus. Let me go through the chorus really quick. The chorus on the electric is just, it's single notes. Okay, so Carry On My Wayward Son. So what it does here is it's on the open A. All right, so you're on the A string, on the open A, so you're going to go open, 2 to 3. All right, like that, and then 3. All right, which goes down to that 3rd fret on the E string. So All right, so now my fingering, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do it a little bit different than I normally would. I'm going to go, and the reason I don't do this, I know I did it at first, but I'm not going to do that pointer because I got to get to here really quick. So I'm going to do the pointer finger to the ring finger, and then to get from here, all right, I use this the middle finger here, and then drop down to the low, the first fret on the low E. So it's going to be like this. Wait, I screwed myself up there. Sorry. All right, and you go back and you repeat the beginning of that. And then bum, 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 bum. Don't you cry no more. All right, so let me put that whole thing in context here. So it's okay, and then that holds on the. I forgot to mention that one. Then the second time you go into it, you just stop on that 3. So it's da 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 da, bum, and then come back again. Bum, bum. Let that hold for a count of 4. All right, and then go back. And then when you go to that note right there, like you did the first time, and then right after that you go. That's just an F power chord, and stop. Don't you cry no more. Okay, and then depending on where you're on the song, it'll either come back to the intro. All right, and then go back through the verse and the chorus, or later on it goes into the instrumental section. Okay, so now this instrumental section can be played a couple of different ways. I used to play it up here a lot, but I think it might be easier to teach you just to use a lot of open strings because it can totally be done that way. And this might be actually how they did it anyway. I'm not really sure. All right, so let's show you how to do that. So the it starts with the open A right here. So you're going to do this A, and you're going to have a bunch of pull-offs here. Okay, so again, same thing. Make sure you're working on those pull-offs. And oh, by the way, that section we're going to do is right here, which is this instrumental. All right, and we're right in here. That's what we're going to do, this instrumental, okay? So let's come back. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to hit the open A, all right? In fact, let me show you the right hand too. All right, so what we're going to do here is, so I'm going to hit the A song, the A string, all right? And then we're going to do a pull-off. You could use the middle finger or the ring finger. I just like using the ring finger. I guess it doesn't really matter over here, but I use the open A, and then you're going to pull off from 2 to 0 on the G and 2 to 0 on the D. All right, so. See how I'm doing that? So the open A, and then pull off to here, okay? So you're going to do another pull off right here on the from the 3rd fret to the open A. All right. So open A, pull off 2 to 0 on the G, 2 to 0 on the D, and then 3 to 0 on the A. 0 means open string. Sorry. I don't know if I clarified that. So, and then go back to 3 on the A string, and then the open D. Okay. All right. So there's actually sort of a stop after that. All right. So what I do is I just bring my hand down to stop it. There's a lot of bump, 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 bump. So everything's very what we call staccato. So there's like these little breaks in between either the notes or the chords. So, all right. And then after that, it's just basically power chords. So it's G power chord right here, which is, that's on 3. These are both on 5, D string, A string, and then 3 on the E string. And then just ride that up 2 frets to the A. So, and notice that when I hit that open D, a lot of times when you hit these open strings, it gives you a chance to get your hand in position. So as I hit that open D, and I know this is happening quick, but I'm also moving quick, and I'm getting my hand over here right away so I can land that first chord. See, I did that, and actually as I'm stopping it, you know, it's interesting. I just realized I did this. Actually, I do stop it as I'm moving. This all happens really fast, like, all right. So a little bit of smoothing too on the right hand where I drop my hand down here, but what is happening on here is the bottom line is you want to mute that string. And also, I should note on the picking side, when I'm picking the hammer on the D and on the A, I'm up picking. Up, that's a down pick, and then up pick. And then if you notice my pick, and I'm back to down picking there. So watch how your picking goes on that as well. All right, and then G, stop it. That's an A, so that's just taking this shape and going up 2 frets. And then the D, which is a D power chord. All right. So what this is a D right here. So we're pointing fingers on 5 on the A, and you can do it like this, the 2 fingers on the 7th fret on the G and the D, or you can just bar it. Either way it works. And then just drop that down to the C. So you're just going down 2 frets. So putting that in context. All right, then go back and repeat it. This time you just let that D ring out. And you come back. Now sometimes when I'm playing, I like to put little variations on that, and I won't play the full chord. I'll just take that the lowest note out of that for the D and the C. So I can put a little bit of a vibrato in here so make it sound cool. I'll put the distortion back on for this part. So. Right, so I like to just put a little bit of vibrato, a little bit of extra color to it. But if you can't do that, just play the power chord. See, I'm just doing the other way. All right. So that is how that works for Carry On Wayward Son. So that was the instrumental that we did, which is, like I said, it's right down here, and this is in the tab library. Now, after that, we cut into the solo, and I can get a part 2 and do this later. I'm on limited time today because of the streaming in this house. So unfortunately, this is what we get. All right. So the that's what we got here on the instrumental part. But this, if you haven't done this, this is plenty to work on. And again, I don't know. I'm on my screen. I'm not seeing some of these lines. Hopefully you are. If not, if you just get the PDF, you will definitely see it there. All that stuff will be in there and when you go get it. All right. So that's how that will work. So anyway, so that's how we do Carry On Wayward Son. And so hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. Hopefully there's something that you can learn out of that. Again, 6-string corner tab library is down below. So make sure you go get that if you want the tab for it. It's a whole bunch of tabs are in there. Some of you might already be signed up for it. So lucky you, it's right there. Go get it. And yeah, so that'll be good for you. And it's fun lick to play. I like it. I like putting my little Marshall on my tube screamer and just rocking that thing out. We'll get to the solo at another time, and we'll get to the solo rhythm at another time. But for now, we're just going to kind of end it right here. So I don't know if anybody else has any questions out there. If you don't, that's okay. I'm just glad that you bothered to stop by and listen a little bit to my rambling and my jamming here. This is, of course, is going to stay here. So many of you, in fact, most of you that are watching this right now are watching this after the live broadcast. So again, thank you for stopping on by. And if you've got any questions, especially if we're over there on YouTube, just leave a comment below. If there's anything more you want to learn from this, if there's anything that you need to know about the setup that I use, the guitar, maybe there's a different, better way to play it. I'm open to any suggestions you might need that you might have to offer. All right. So again, thank you for coming. I am Tony from 6-String Corner. By the way, I do have guitar lessons. If you have interest in it, all you got to do is right now, because I don't have a link that I put in here, you can just either leave a comment either on Facebook or on YouTube that you are interested, and we can figure a way to direct message and get you set up, or I'll send you a link to get things set up. And we can see if we can fit you in for an online guitar lesson. Because I'll teach you no matter where you are in the world. The good news is that we have the capability. We have the technology. Let's make it work. All right. So I hope you guys are having a great day and then enjoy the rest of the week. And I will be back next week for another lesson, an online lesson. And I've got a couple of ideas that some of you have suggested. And I'll let you know as soon as I make that decision. We definitely got some good ideas out there. Thank you for watching, and rock on, everybody. I will see you next week. All right. So take care.